Okay, so post-sci here. This is a re-upload of our Xenoblade Chronicles X LP first episode. Most of the early episodes are going to get re-uploads because of the definitive edition. So basically, I'm going through and I'm adding in new footage from definitive edition in terms of like the cutscenes, which I have to go through and make sure that I get like the same time of day and weather for the cutscenes. It doesn't have to be the exact same time of day, it just has to be like, morning, night, daytime, twilight, or whatever, while also having the same weather, which is very painstaking to do. In one instance, for the next episode, I don't have the exact same weather, but it's close enough, and you don't get enough shots of the sky for it to really matter too much. Although, I think that weather type has some... I think that weather type might have a background noise or something that would be affected by that. Unfortunately, we don't have the original recording files, so there's so much I can really do with the audio. What I'm doing right now, by the way, this is all post-voice recording, but what I was doing right here in the footage is inputting a code for the pre-order bonus. I didn't know, because I pre-ordered this physically at a GameStop, I didn't know that they would give me a little card to get the same pre-order bonus that you get from pre-ordering it from Nintendo Online directly. So, that's cool. It gives you Advanced Storm Assault Rifle, Advanced Iron Knife, survival gear, survival armor for goggles, bodywear, gloves, and footwear, plus 11 augment types for armor augments, and an additional 1,000 credits. That you have to claim all this stuff in the game, and you can only do that at Chapter 3. Once you get to Chapter 3, you can go in the Blade Barracks and use the customization console to retrieve items. So that's how that works. And then it went and it downloaded those, and then it tells me that either it's in the cloud or I don't have enough, I guess, memory to download the whole game or something. But I just pop in the card. And part of the reason I left this in the video is just to show you, like, once I click on this, how fast this version loads. It just went right into it, and then bam! Title screen. If you've ever played this on the Wii U, and you've seen that damn loading bar on the Wii U version, you'll know how fast that was. I mean, that's fast, especially compared to, like, Xenoblade 2 and 3. Also, the settings menu has changed. Looking through the settings. Camera. Of course, I invert the Y-axis. Down is up is down. And 64 has forever spoiled me on that. I don't know what, like, all Nintendo 64 games made by Nintendo, and even a lot of the ones that weren't, did this whole down is up and up is down thing, and it just, like, bored its way into my brain, and I can't play video games any other way. It's just, like, the default setting to me now. I'm looking through some other options. And then I find that there are sound options, which is one of the reasons I'm bringing the new cutscenes forward into the old LP. Is because there's better sound balancing. But in addition to better sound balancing, the visuals are better. We have better recording setup, so the cutscenes can look cleaner in the Let's Play, although it's going to be cutting between really kind of meh-looking older footage until we get to later episodes, and then really clean and crisp newer footage. I was really struggling with where to put the BGM slider. I was like, should I put it halfway or not halfway? Because some cutscenes, the music gets really loud, and it's like, let's put it at halfway to make absolute certain that the characters can be heard. Speaking of being heard, my volume levels look a bit loud on this microphone, and we should be switching over to the original footage now. Connecting, please wait. The game will start in offline mode. Some game features will not be available. Okay, whatever. Welcome to the first episode of what we are officially titling Open World Navigamers. Open World Navigamers.
Whatever.
Even though technically Zelda started that technically. Oh. I've never actually seen this title screen because it takes so long to load that image.
Huh.
New game for Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yes. Open World Navigametion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that's the name we decided on.
What? What did I say?
You said Navigamers.
Navigation.
Yes, that's what you meant the whole time. That's the name. That's the name of the
Brightness levels. All sliders to the right, baby. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Headgear display. Yes. Okay. Confirm. Finish.
I remember when the original Monster Hunter Tri actually was dark in caves and stuff, and you needed a torch, and then they kept the torch around, and it was like,
why?
What am I using this for?
When playing offline, your in-game profile... When playing online, your in-game profile will be shared. Okay? I'm offline, as indicated by the thing I can't get rid of in the upper corner.
Huh. Base. The final frontier.
These are the voyages of the SS Nintendo.
Why am I seeing solid bars?
Monolith soft. Oh wait, the subtitles better be on. I'm suddenly having other M flashbacks.
The baby.
Shut up. Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Is that the Mass Effect logo?
No.
Ah. And then the aliens invaded! The Gordo
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The Coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale.
Don't tell Ahab about that name.
After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us. Literally.
Literally.
Don't say what they're saying.
The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
Ooh, spiky.
Now, loading.
Welcome to
The loading screen! I mean...
character creation. What do you say? We just go with the generic character models to speed this along?
Looks fine to me. I thought the head looks a little squash somewhat.
No, it's not. Supposed to be like a young person or something. I don't know, it's anime mixed with real life. It's weird. Okay, yeah, I think I'll go with the default look. Just to speed this along.
It doesn't look like you're gonna need to do anything about the head anyway.
No, I could.
I'm just curious about the size of the head, honestly.
Oh, I can make them taller or shorter.
Big selection.
Cancel. Voice. I can go with Yuri Lowenthal. You know, the guy that voiced Rollin. You know what? Yes, that's actually what I'm doing.
Ikuze!
This channel has a big enough Spectrobes fan base. So, sure.
They staggered. Huh? Victory is ours. Huh? Ready and willing. Huh? All right, it's on. Huh?
Gina!
Okay. Yeah, sure. I will finalize my character. Okay. So, in the original LP, or I guess the original version of this video, I really didn't explore the character creator all that much. I kind of just went with the default male character, gave him a voice, and just said the heck with it. So this time we are going to be exploring the character creator a bit more. Start by looking at some of the female character bases. It seems the different character bases gives you different options in the character builder for like different face and hair types. So like this one gives me certain hair types. Like there's Mithra's hair down there, which is a new hairstyle that was added, obviously. One thing that has disappointed a lot of people, though, is that this is very much based off the original North American version, which means no boob slider. Hashtag free the boob slider. I've heard it's because they didn't want people to make characters that look like children, but I mean, look, as weird as it is, if people want to be weird in their free time, I think they should have the option to be, as long as they're not actually hurting anyone. But also, you know, it's like people want to make characters that look like themselves. Some people want to be a bit larger. Some people want to be a bit smaller. Obviously, you're going to have weirdos that are going to do things with that, but you're always going to getting rid of the boob slider doesn't change the fact that weirdos are going to get their hands on this game and do things. Like, that doesn't change that. Even with this new footage, I still don't really go super in-depth. I just kind of look at a bunch of the hairstyles. I didn't even look at the special thing, which I probably should have, because I think for the male avatar, I would have been able to give him that piece of hair that sticks straight up, which was by default a thing in the original. And it's not like a default thing, I think, here. And so it's kind of funny because in our commentary, Tayo speaks about the hair just sticking up straight up, but since I've replaced the cutscene footage that we were talking over with this new footage, and the character by default no longer has the hair sticking up, the commentary is going to be a bit weird. Oh, showing off some of the eyes there. Showing off, like, the different tattoos or face paint that you can have. There's one that kind of looks like a Monado on the forehead, but because of this hairstyle, you can't really see it. There's an X symbol, clown, some symbols that kind of look like face paint from Zell in Final Fantasy VIII, which may or may not be on purpose. You got Nia's face markings, camo paint, got all kinds of things. And then we just kind of flick through the male section here. Stuff when it comes to, like, eyes and whatnot. Stuff like eyes and the face paint and whatnot, I don't think that changes based on gender or base. There's more they could have done with this character creator. I feel like they could have gone a bit harder, but I also feel like making this a more in-depth character creator was sort of outside the scope of this project. The fact that they gave us new options at all is nice. Still upset about the boob slider. I'm not weird, you're weird. Okay? I mean, some people let that break the whole game for them. I'm not going that far. I'm just like, come on, man. One hairstyle kind of looked like Malos there. Well, I guess if you have Mithra's hairstyle, then having Malos' hairstyle also makes sense. No Alvis. disappointing. In any case, just showing off more different hairstyles and whatnot. I just wanted to actually give this a somewhat half-decent once-over this time, especially since this is a version of a game that you can actually buy now. I think technically you could have still bought it when I started this LP. We started this LP years ago, and we were really dragging our heels on it. Which I swear, I was not dragging my heels on this on purpose in hopes that a Switch version came out. Even though I was very much hoping a Switch version would come out, but it wasn't like, I'm going to purposely drag my heels on this until a Switch version comes out. Things just happen that way. You gotta believe me, guys. Really. Honest. Anyways, back to the original recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think there'll be many other people who, if they LP this game, go with the default character selection. So, I'm just like, sure. By the way, his default look looks a lot like a character from Xenosaga.
Huh.
Or was it Xenogears? I don't know. I haven't played those other Xeno games.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
10 to 7.
2,
Nice.
1.
Yeah, what? I lied.
I have a hand.
I have a hand. Do I have a... Oh.
Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
I'll stand as clear as I can.
I can't see.
Bright light! Bright light!
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
Actually, I voiced Sasuke and Naruto.
That's an interesting bit of trivia.
It's the real main character of the story.
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate.
What am I, a robot or something?
Yeah, this sounds like a robot. Isn't that what a robot would say?
Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Why did I have big shrink? Oh yeah, stasis. Name entry on the gamepad that you can't see. However, much like with the Fire Emblem games, while this is an avatar that you can make, he does have a default name.
Oh, so it's like a Link situation.
Mm-hmm. Or actually, it's more of a Robin or Corrin situation.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's default name, well, it might traumatize Mark.
Cross.
Uh-huh.
Cross! Cross! Burn him to ash!
Ash!
Ash! Groovy. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, well, this is the good cross.
Yeah, like, okay.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
Body is working fine.
We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon.
Actually, you'll be needing 2 weapons, but...
There you go. All right, let's get going.
That hair really stands straight up, huh?
Yep. It's anime hair. Prologue! Awakening! That will be this entire episode. Follow the arrow. Take a moment to check the minimap if you're stumped. Following the yellow arrow should reveal the way forward. Through it, though an occasional excursion... This text is tiny.
Occasional excursion off
the beaten path will never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play, after all. Region discovered! Primordia!
Nice!
Landmark discovered! Starfall Basin!
Nice!
Settings discovered! Mark's chewing sounds!
Nice!
Wait, what? Change game settings. Camera settings. Auto. Horizontal rotation speed. Let's turn you up.
Oh yeah. I do that all the time in games. Turn it up!
On a file I've been playing a lot of recently, I've turned it like all the way up, and it's a bit too sensitive. Click the stick to run! Anyways. Footage from DE. So, that's Elma basically saying the same thing that she says in the original. But, there's new tutorials now in DE that actually go over some of the game systems. You still move around pretty much the same. You still use ZR or ZAR to jump. You still run by clicking in the stick. A few things are different, though. But, yeah, I just thought I'd give you a shot of what DE looks like in normal gameplay.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few.
I feel so lucky.
Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you?
Nope.
You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right?
Nope.
Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between 2 alien forces. And destroyed.
Flashback!
What we just saw a few moments ago.
Exactly!
Ring any bells?
I'd feel devastated if I could remember it.
Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget.
She really is the main character, huh?
I know. It's been following me for a while now.
Only the story mode.
I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Are you ready for the battle system tutorial?
It's not much of a tutorial. They don't even tell you much. Initiate combat by targeting enemies, then drawing your weapon.
Did they see us? Open fire! Follow me!
Shadow strike! Target in sight!
Didn't see that coming.
Perfect.
When you see that thing, that triggers your character to use a soul voice. I'll talk more about those when it becomes relevant. I could use arts, but I don't need to.
Yeah.
Initiate combat by targeting an enemy, then drawing your weapon. Now, what do you say we give him a whirl, huh? I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. After you've drawn your weapon with A, you'll automatically attack your opponent with a certain frequency, but only as long as you keep the enemy within your weapon's attack range. Arts are special abilities your weapons give you access to. Select them with left and right on the D-pad and press A to use one. You can set a maximum of 8 to your arts palette. After you use an art, it'll be put on cooldown, taking time until you can use it again. Different arts have cooldowns of different length. Okay, first battle in Definitive Edition, where you can see the way the UI has been changed around and whatnot. One thing about Assault Hammer, I thought Assault Hammer forced to topple on enemies, and I've still gotten to do that, but it's better to do it when enemies are suffering stagger, because stagger is like break from the other game.
It's the first enemy of the game.
I killed a big bug.
Yeah.
You're not half bad.
Half bad.
I'm not.
There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
I could get used to shooting things.
Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
By the way, I'm wet.
Yeah.
Yay, I got stuff.
Whoa, look at you run! Look at you run!
Field action. I come to a thing, I press the A button a bunch of times, and I get experience points and credits.
Huh.
As well as stuff. And this is what the Get Items screen looks like for Definitive Edition. You can press X to get everything. Soul Voices. Soul Voice prompts are instructions, suggestions, or requests that your party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding to them triggers useful boons. When an ally issues a Soul Voice prompt, arts on your palette which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. If you use an art that's highlighted, you will succeed in the prompt. You and the prompt's issuer will regain some HP and receive a beneficial effect, and your affinity with that ally will improve. Sorry about that. Had to stretch the new footage to make sure I had enough time to read the tutorials. But anyways, I just wanted to show that in Definitive Edition you don't have to rapidly tap the button now to get the treasures. Now all you have to do is just hold the button down, and bam. These blue diamonds are not ice cream, but random items. The items that you get depend on the area that you're in and the area of the area that you're in.
The area of the area. Believe in the who believes in you. Believe in the area that you're in. That believes in the area that you're in. That's a little thing, huh?
Yep.
Ah!
Assault hammer. Flame grenade.
I couldn't even see what that was.
It was bug.
It was hiding under a bush and it was tiny.
New man.
Feel like a new man. Ooh, let's be ballsy and take on level 3 enemies.
We can do this.
Let's see what you've got. Shadow strike.
Miss. Occasionally.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Phantasy Star Online. How you'd be attacking something and it'd be like, damage, 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 miss, damage, miss.
Yep. Notice how my arts are color-coded? So you have orange for melee.
Move in and do some damage.
Oh, that's a soul voice.
Comes the pain.
When
Destroyed. Move in and strike.
Flame grenade.
notice how our word bubble is orange. If I use a color corresponding art, it will heal everyone for a small bit of health, as well as I think do a little bit of extra damage.
Upper hand.
Victory is ours.
We got it. Let's
That's a
move.
soul voice. When you also that thing that showed up in the first battle that I pressed the B button on, that causes your character that you're playing as to trigger a soul voice of their own.
Fire. Follow me.
Target in sight.
See, I triggered her to do a soul voice, and
Comes the pain.
because she responded in kind,
Grenade.
it healed us.
Huh.
Soul voices pretty much are all about teamwork and unity. No, not the Unity engine, but Unity.
Upper hand.
Oh, during a battle, if you press the X button, you switch to your other weapon. You have a melee and a ranged weapon at all times.
Okay, okay, the way that thing died, it made me think of the Benhabra from Monster Hunter.
Attack up close.
Now it's my
You know, you poison those things.
Can't move.
slide nice.
Oh.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay.
Soul voice time.
Comes the pain.
Oh, and because that art topples them, the flame grenade can add blaze effect to toppled enemies.
Huh.
But I probably should have waited to use it because I could have gotten a soul voice effect. By the way, there is no tutorial in the game about soul
We
voices.
got him.
Huh.
Let's move.
For the longest time, I had no idea what those were, and would always wonder why I was getting my ass handed to me in certain battles.
Interesting.
Knowing about soul voices is dreadfully important, and they don't teach it to you.
Huh.
That reminds me, I was watching some Game Explains about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with Chugga Conroy, and he was talking about how the game does a much better job teaching you and tutorializing you than this game does. It's kind of funny, people complain about over-tutorialization in games, but games like this need it.
Yeah.
Scream edge.
It's like,
We don't need a tutorial that says, press the frickin' stick to move. I can figure that out on my own.
that's one of the things that, you know, Aaron brought up in sequelitis that I honestly don't think can apply to a lot of modern day games is teaching the player through the gameplay is cool, and you know that's awesome, but games become so much more complex than they used to be.
Well, it depends on the game.
Assault hammer. Flame grenade. What? Oh, crap. Heal me. Hurry. Different planet. Nobody's looking at the sky. Trouble's always on around, so stay quick with the guns and cannons.
If you go down,
Get off, dogs.
the game will give you 30 seconds. If your teammates can take down the enemy that you're fighting within those 30 seconds, you'll get revived and you'll still get all the experience and everything. But you do lose all of your TP,
All right, it's
which is that green bar next to my blue health bar.
Shadow strike.
Huh.
TP is important, but it won't be for a while.
Scream edge.
Interesting.
Move in and do some damage.
Oh, I got a new art.
okay. Here comes the pain.
That art is Split Edge. Does more damage from the side.
Split edge, but we need edge.
Grenade.
Wrong game.
Upper hand. Sliding slinger.
Also, with 3,000 TP, you can revive downed allies, and if your allies have 3,000 TP, they can revive you. That's why they give you the timer. Sometimes if you do well enough in a fight, you can just wait it out, and your allies will either finish the fight before you respawn.
Target in sight.
Finish the fight.
Will you not think of Halo when I say that?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Close it and clean up.
ooh, soul voice expert. That's an achievement.
You know, whenever you say Soul's voice, I think of a certain Zelda enemy.
Not Soul's voice, Soul voice.
Okay.
Singular.
Flame grenade!
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain!
By the way, when fighting enemies, if you use an art that has an AoE effect, it can sometimes hit enemies that you're not fighting and cause them to join the battle as well. So always be aware of your surroundings.
Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain!
You'll notice that my arts have cooldown time, which is indicated by the weird clock thing, but there's also a green bar that goes around them as well. That's called secondary cooldown, and if the green bar fills up all the way, the arts will have added effects. Like my damaging arts, if the green bar fills up all the way, it increases their damage by 250%.
Got him.
Jeez.
Let's move.
But it also means waiting longer to use them. Which could mean not hitting a soul voice when called.
Alright, it's on.
Let's see what we got.
That poor guy was just sleeping.
I'm an asshole. But this is a good opportunity to talk about this mechanic. You can target different body parts
Okay,
and break the body parts. The body parts have their own health meters. If you break a certain body part, you can get different materials or items off the monster.
Really? Never seen that in another video game before.
It can also disable certain attacks of the monster as well. That's something that's not in Monster Hunter.
He knew where I was going.
Nice work.
I mean, what else would you be talking about? Wakey, wakey, sleeping ugly.
Target in sight.
I need experience points.
Actually, that's not entirely true. There are some things you break in Monster Hunter that do disable attacks. Mostly the flashing attack, though.
Oh, okay. But it feels like Monster Hunter doesn't do enough with that.
Early bird.
Also, when you're targeting a specific body part, if you click down on the right thumbstick, you'll lock onto that body part, so you'll be targeting it no matter what, instead of it constantly shifting.
Huh.
So, that's a good tip to keep in mind. Straw Lenny. What? You might notice that the way the items pop up on the left side of the screen is reminiscent of Breath of the Wild.
alright, it's
Yeah.
on.
Well, they did. Honestly, what game doesn't Monolith help out Nintendo with nowadays? It's like, we'll go through a game and we'll be like, Monolith? What did they do?
Oh, these guys will attack me on sight. That's why you guys see an eyeball symbol above their head. So they can join in the battle even if I don't hit them with a stray bullet.
So, Nintendo bought Monolith?
Yep.
Well, I mean, they apparently have them help out in most of their games, so that was a good purchase.
Yeah, and they got 3 entries of a new franchise out of it.
Honestly, did anyone think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was going to come out this year?
Most people? No. Almost nobody did.
It's just a massive RPG that was just announced.
It was announced at pretty much the launch of the launch trailer of the system.
It was pretty much just announced, and we were like, we'll be seeing that in a couple of years.
That's what happened with this game. This game got announced like at the launch of the Wii, like before the Wii U launched. Okay, more post-sci here with more definitive edition footage that's being retroactively added into this old LP. So, yeah, something new to this version is that you can change body part targets by holding R and pressing Y and A. not something that you did in the original. That was how you just changed normal targets for... That's how you changed targets to different enemies in the original. In this one, you change targets with R and L, like Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 3. And the hold R and press Y and A is how you change different body parts you're targeting. You could target body parts in the original, but it was based on the camera's location, and then you had to, like, click the right stick in to lock it in. Which, I guess, was technically faster, or depending on how things go, but this is certainly easier to do. Plus, the appendage HP bar in the original was like a circle around the target that was sometimes hard to see, so they changed it to a yellow bar underneath the main HP bar on the enemy that you see on the enemy. One other thing, regarding Assault Hammer, I didn't realize that this game had a break then topple system like Xenoblades 1, 2, and 3 do, because break was translated as stagger in this game rather than break. Both are translated from the same exact Japanese word, which is a word dealing with some sort of Japanese martial arts thing or something, some sort of martial arts concept of throwing your opponent off balance. So it's like you throw them off balance first, and then you topple them. I thought topple arts like Assault Hammer and whatnot just forced topple, and it was kind of a gamble of whether or not it worked. But apparently I am sort of half correct on that detail, which is that some arts can... Assault Hammer can actually force topple on some enemies. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's just like it can force it, but it's more likely to succeed if they're staggered, or if it's like a thing to do with the soul voice system, like, because sometimes with soul voices, the boons include things like forcing topple on an enemy, when normally even the art you're using doesn't have that effect.
Nice work.
Soul voices can also inflict stagger and what have you. And so I'm also wondering if, like, the soul voice inflicts stagger, but the art inflicts topple, if it, like, does kind of the fusion art thing from Xenoblade 3, where it's like, you hit him with stagger and then topple, like, immediately after. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But thankfully, this version added the whole, like, stagger and topple timer thing on the left-hand side of the health bar like Xenoblade 3 does. So, you know, use topple arts when enemies are staggered, and you're more likely to actually do things. Also, one change to this version is that it is now possible to actually pick up items while you're fighting, something that you could not do in the original, which makes things flow a lot faster and what have you. However, you cannot pick up red items while fighting, so keep that in mind. And yeah, I guess I'll just let the rest of this footage play, and I just won't talk over the last bit of it, and it'll catch up to where we were in the original recording.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Okay, here comes the pain! Assault Hammer! Blast them before they get up!
Upper hand!
Who's next? None can stand against us! Now, close in and clean up!
Appendage destroyed! Move in and strike! Shadow strike!
This team never loses!
Nice work.
and it took a long ass time to come out.
And that's exactly why everyone thought the same thing was going to happen. It just shows even more of how Nintendo has learned. Or it could just show that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was in longer development before it was announced in this game.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise.
But the sun doesn't rise in this skies.
Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
Mark doesn't get it, but the audience might. Come on already, I just want to see the sun rise. Even if the sun doesn't rise in the sky. Oh. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm getting Jurassic Park flashbacks.
It looks like the Alpha Dragon from How to Train Your Dragon 2 attacked that place. Whoa!
I'm really getting Jurassic Park flashbacks.
It's a Vegisaur! Mushrooms. I'm wondering if that thing is even in control of itself.
Okay, Alien Jurassic Park, maybe.
You know, it feels like H.P. Lovecraft or something was involved with this.
United States! People complain about the English and the American English voice
Wild,
acting.
huh? Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
Okay, that really makes me think of Jurassic.
Yeah, it also makes me think of one of the cinematics from Monster Hunter. Probably got that from Jurassic Park.
That looks like a location from the first game.
Seriously do wonder if those mushrooms are controlling those things.
We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
By the way, Mira means wonderful.
Huh.
As you say, it's a wonderful world.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking.
Natural bridges.
That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Enemy detection types. Certain enemies you find on Mira will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy's detection type by the icon next to their name. Note, enemies with a level much lower than yours will not attack unprovoked. Non-aggressive. No icon. Will not attack unless you attack it. Visual. Will react when you enter its field of vision. Auditory. Will react when you wander too close to it. That used to have a lightning bolt symbol, but now it's a sound symbol like Xenoblade 1 had. And I think it used to be called shock or something. Okay, and Future Sai here once again. I wanted to show that you can indeed survive the fall. I also kind of wanted to show the way you would get to NLA from down here if you took this path, which I do end up showing a bit later.
Watch how it's done.
But I picked a fight with a level 6
Send him for a loop.
enemy crab thing and get my ass quickly handed to me. And I'm like, well, shit. After this humiliating defeat, we go back to the original recording from the original version. But, hey, more combat from this version, right?
Upper hand.
Yay.
Oh, crap. Heal me.
One thing,
First.
I kind of... You can see the base camp goes down here and up by the... up on the top there. Oh. Respawn now or wait till forced. Wait till forced is new. But, I kind of wish base camps had different functions, because now that you can change time anytime you want, base camps and benches and whatnot just don't really have a real function. I kind of hope they function like rest stops in 3, but they don't. Oh well.
You gotta turn the boots on, Morty.
Alma's advice, if we want to reach the habitat unit before sundown, you need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. You can also, there's also an auto run function.
Nice.
We probably won't reach the habitat unit before sundown.
Good. You can run pretty fast. That's good considering how ginormous this world is.
There's no stamina bar either. I can literally run forever.
Yeah. And once again, good considering how gigantic this world is.
Open fire. Follow me.
You need to learn to play nice with these guys. Kill them all! Yeah, shoot him! Shoot him dead!
Oh, I destroyed the hump on his head.
Hump on his head, they'll shoot him dead!
Oh, destroyed another thing on him.
It looks like it blew up when you were shooting his ass.
Yeah, I think it was a hump on his ass.
Nice work.
Now kill more of the wildlife!
Well, this one will attack me on sight. But he wasn't looking in my direction, so I could have just snuck past him.
Kill all the wildlife! It's like you reach the end of the game and there's just a whole bunch of corpses all over the place.
Well, yeah, of course, not all the enemies in this game are wildlife.
Yeah, well, that's more like it. Now we're killing now we're killing other stuff.
Comes the pain. Flame grenade. This team never loses.
And I leveled up.
Let's move.
Almost there. Give me strength.
From a distance, that looks like a red ring from the modern Sonic games.
We can do this.
We can do this! We can kill this sleeping creature that's not that didn't attack us! Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this game.
Oh, wait till you see a later cutscene that has something to do with, there's a fine... Or I think she already said it in the previous cutscene, something about there's a fine line between self-defense and picking a fight.
Right now, we're picking a fight.
And kicking this thing's ass.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Here comes
I'm
the
gonna
thing!
cut your dick off!
Hey, you're pushing. This team never loses.
We got him. Let's move.
Oh, she classed up. I'm gonna regret this. Let's go!
That thing is only level 5, huh?
Yeah, but it's a lot bigger than me, and in this game, size matters. Don't want to be in the front of it.
Look at this majestic creature. We need to learn to play now. Kill it! Cut its legs off!
Hey, no pushing.
Oh gosh.
I need healing.
I should heal up first.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh
What
crap.
are you doing?
Ow!
I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna stab you right in your gigantic feet. Kill everything!
Melee attacks.
This is our new home. Kill everything! Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is wearing me down.
Want it? You're
This
gonna
is
get
wearing
it.
me down.
Here comes the pain!
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Ow.
Come on,
Ooh.
stay with us.
She almost dead.
Shadows.
Now I'm almost dead. Gotta be careful where I am. I could fall.
Uh-oh. You're still alive.
Somehow. Whoa, that soul voice almost completely healed me.
Almost. There we go. Excellent. We killed a giant creature that was minding its own business.
Yes, it was good experience.
More creatures to kill. Excellent.
Well, I'm already at level... Well, I started at level 1 at the beginning of this episode. I'm already at level 4. I almost started at level 5.
Cool.
By the way, you'll notice when we kill things that I'll get more experience than Elma. When you kill something, the lowest level character gets the most XP.
Makes sense.
All right, it's on.
I have a feeling that's not in too many games.
Because it isn't. But it makes it really easy to help power level, under-level characters.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain.
Here comes the pain! Infuriate. I can make enemies target me so they'll ignore Elma. But I think they're already pretty infuriated with me since I'm the one picking a fight with them.
Flame grenade.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
And it's dead.
Nice work.
I was only level 2. It's not like it was a major threat.
We can do this.
Let's see what you've got.
This level 1 wanted to pick a fight with me.
We can do this. We can kill the baby. Kill it. Kill it dead. Right
The
in front of-
baby's actually the one that picked the fight with me, but you were about to pick a fight with it.
Yeah. Kill it in front of its parent, so they may know true sadness, and then kill the parent.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to do.
Now, closing and clean up.
You monster.
They're the monsters.
Shadow strike. Now, melee attacks.
Man, if PETA ever saw this game, holy shit.
They wouldn't care. PETA only... maybe they would... PETA doesn't care about alien animals. Honestly, some of their actions make me wonder if they care about our animals.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing's a level 6.
Follow me.
Whoa.
Target in sight.
Shoot out its crystal kneecaps.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to get soul voices.
Tough. Touch me up.
You okay? Take it easy.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Take this. All right, you're in for it.
Alright, you're in for it.
Destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain.
Here comes the pain.
Here comes the pain train.
Tough. Touch me up.
I would, but I don't
Okay,
have
here
heart.
comes the attack.
My sisters ran me down.
Perfect.
I should heal up first.
Now we're stuck on a whole different plan.
Shadow strike.
Haha!
Sky engine destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain.
That's a tiny stab for all that. For all
Bring it
that.
in. Big target. Buff up now.
Yep.
Okay, here comes the pain.
I owe you one.
Actually, that did a decent amount of damage considering that this thing is 2 levels above me
I'm in trouble. Heal me.
and is a lot larger than I am. But yeah, they explain it later, but size really does make a difference in how much damage you can deal to an enemy and how accurate you are.
Oh, good. Wait, what?
I won't lose next time!
It said good. I like that. It's like, there's no way you can lose! Good.
That's because I hit the thing with good timing, but... You know what? Just to kind of get back up to where I died... I'm so close to leveling up. But to get back to where I died... Alright, I learned my lesson. I won't pick on you guys anymore.
No choice but to fight.
Oh. This guy actually picked a fight with me. Well, what an asshole. I mean, here I am just minding my own business.
Wasn't like in one of like Spoonie's let's plays, I think. Didn't he say something like, "Check out the balls on this guy"? It's like there's like one dude that decides to fight like this huge group of characters with weapons. Look at the balls on this guy. He's taking on all these characters on his own.
We got him. Let's move.
I can't remember what that was, but it was really funny.
It didn't have to be like this.
You purposely ran in front of him so you would start a battle, didn't you?
When two trainers' eyes meet, they have to battle!
Yes. Now get
Go me!
Assault hammer. Flame grenade. Now, close in and clean up.
Oh, now I'm at level 5.
And imagine all the food you can make from these things.
Probably.
Failed.
Move in and do some damage.
Hey, no pushing.
Oh, I might actually be able to take on the thing that killed me now.
Close in and clean up. Victory is ours.
We got him. Let's move.
I got some fleecy foy. And the animals disappear because it's nighttime, and other animals take their place. But this guy's still here.
Fire. Follow me.
Early bird. Target in sight. Shadow strike.
Hey, remember me? I'm back!
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain. Now.
That took a decent chunk of his health.
Uh-huh. This thing looks elastic. Spring!
Yes. Now get in
It's
close.
elastic. How fantastic! Wait, what?
It ate the gum fruit.
No.
Upper hand. Next up. Touch me up.
You okay? Take it easy.
I owe you one. We're up
Physical
against the
resistance
target.
up.
Bump up now.
Wang.
The stuff on a whole different planet. No peace looking at the sky. Trouble's always all around. So alright, you're in for it.
Alright, you're in for it.
This is wearing me down.
There. I need healing.
I should heal up first. Extended to destroy. Move in and strike. Shadow strike.
Yeah.
Almost dead.
By the way, this gives me an aura that will cause me to auto-heal.
Cool.
Which, when I saw that in my arts list, I was like, I can take him now.
There we go. It's dead.
My first gold drop! Ooh! Enemies with lightning bolts above their heads will auto-detect you and try to fight you if you get just too close to them.
Huh.
It's similar, but not exact. In the first game, there were enemies that would detect you if you made too much noise, so like if you ran, for instance. This game, no, it's not about running, it's about, hey, you're close to me. I can loot this warthog.
Succeeded!
Ooh, I got some credits. Alright, I'm feeling ballsy. Death to all the elastic legs!
Open fire.
Lepics.
Target in sight.
Lepex.
Shadow strike. Remote balance.
Ow.
Side slash.
And we're here at the Summer Olympics.
Nice. Olympics.
Early bird.
Wood Lepex.
You would, Lepics.
You okay? Take it easy.
Appreciate it.
Are there other kinds of Lepex?
Move in it. Do some push.
Yes.
Well, I could only assume there were if they went to the bother of saying this is a wood Olympics. And not just Olympics. Oh, wow.
Wow, she staggered it while it was in the middle of its attack.
Nice.
Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Comes the pain.
Well, that's another thing about soul voices. Sometimes, if a character tells you to use a certain type of attack, the attack can cause effects that it normally wouldn't, such as stagger or topple.
Huh.
It all depends on what they say in
Here
the
comes
soul
the attack.
voice.
Side heading is destroyed.
Whoa, that looked weird.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
And if you keep the soul voice train going,
Nice work.
sometimes you can take on threats that you have no business attacking. Other times, though, they can one-shot some of your characters, which will wreck your soul voice train. It's kind of like, if you're already winning, you'll keep winning, and if you start losing, well, you better pray for a miracle.
Huh.
Now it's both sundown and raining all over again. And one last little bit of post-dialogue, whatever, thing. So, they changed the way the active members thing works. It's no longer a thing underneath party. And,
Shadow strike.
basically, I was trying to show that if you want to go through down here, it's probably best to actually change to and play as Elma, rather than playing as your custom character. Oh, excuse me. Rather than playing as your custom character, because Elma starts at level 5, has more arts to her name, and is just better able to handle herself down here.
Move in and strike.
Chrome armor.
One thing about Shadow Strike, for some reason I thought you had to attack enemies from the back in order to deal stagger to enemies,
Do some damage.
but it's actually that it just does additional damage from the back. Which is kind of me just misreading things. Even though the text is way bigger and easier to read, I, like an idiot, just
Upper hand.
misread it.
Chrome armor.
Appreciated.
But yeah, I just wanted to show
Move in and strike.
the alternate way that you could take to NLA.
Shadow
In fact, you don't even need, like,
target in sight.
there's a whole bunch of different ways that you could take to NLA. You don't have to go this way or the upper way.
Let's finish this quick.
You could
Close in and
go,
clean up.
like, way off the beaten path and circle around, just as long as you get to the destination. But the developers were clearly trying to... They were clearly trying to get you to go either the upper path or the lower beach path, and just straight up told you the upper path is easier and the lower path is harder. They recommend the upper path.
Appendage destroyed.
Lower path is obviously harder, but, you know,
Chrome
you can do it if you want to. I guess it's also the developer's way of trying to communicate to the player that if you want to, you can indeed take on challenges that are way beyond you. But, yeah.
Destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, almost there. Give me strength.
But yeah, I thought if I was gonna repost these episodes as a brand new,
See him chew on this.
kind of covering the definitive edition, then maybe I should have some more definitive edition footage to actually put in these episodes. I'm starting to realize just how low I actually turned the music down.
I should heal up first.
I didn't realize that the music and all that, the volume had already been rebalanced even with the sliders at their maximum. Which is definitely good, but I think I may have overdone it a bit when turning the music down to like halfway while keeping the voices at
Okay,
top.
here comes the pain.
But hey, I can hear the sound effects better. I swear, I've never heard the gun sound effects sound so crisp before.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Here comes the pain.
It's time to attack.
I think... I remember I ended up dying at one point, but I can't remember if this enemy killed me or if I picked a fight with something that was too strong.
Chrome armor.
Appreciated.
Oh wait, I think I was trying to do the Xenoblade 1 trick of walking past an enemy that attacks you if you get too close to it. But the auditory enemies work differently in this game. It's not based on noise, it's based on actual proximity. Which is how some enemies just surprise jump you. Yeah, I was definitely...
I've got no choice.
That's what happened. I was trying to do the Xenoblade 1 trick of just, like, walk slowly past them, and no. That doesn't work in this... That doesn't work in this game. Oh, well. Oh, actually. Do I not? Oh.
Let's do this.
All we need now
That's
is some
right.
epic music.
All we need now is some epic music.
I owe you one.
What about epic music rapping about how you're on a whole different planet? Does that count?
Flame grenade. Damn. I need healing.
I should heal up first.
Looking at the time code, I think I don't make it past this fight. It would have just been better if I just ran just to show this alternate pathway. But... I was like, it's only level 7. I could totally take this guy. It's not that hard. Oh. Do I actually die in this?
Here comes the pain.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
I actually don't remember. It wasn't that long ago that I recorded this, but I had been doing so much in this game trying to get caught up to where we were at the end of episode 31 so that we can start episode 32 as just Xenoblade X Definitive Edition that I completely forgot how this battle actually went.
Heal me. Hurry.
I should heal up first.
I do like being able to actually hear some of the sound effects. I think some of the sound effects got drowned out by the music in the original. And some of the music does trigger YouTube's copyright stuff, so maybe it's good to have the music, like, a lot lower.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that hurts. Okay, so, yeah, like I thought, I died. But hey, you get to see how much faster this version loads, which is nice. And then I just decide, screw it, I'm just booking it straight over there, though. Looking at the volume, it looks like I'd get into a few more fights near the end. So I guess when it gets to the next combat encounter, I'll just let the clip play without any commentary whatsoever. Whatever. And, yeah. Actually, I'm kind of out of things to say right now. So, I guess I'll just let the rest of this clip play, and then it'll catch back up to our past selves.
True on any planet.
Now loading cinematic.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The White Whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the West Gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Uh-oh.
Grexes. And they're riled.
Let it go.
These things are like oversized balloons.
We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Melee and ranged weapons. The weapons you use on foot are split between melee and ranged weapons. You can switch between them with X. Melee weapon can only attack at close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack at range, tend to hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When you use an art, you'll automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Your melee weapon for melee weapon arts, and your ranged weapon for ranged weapon arts. Arts which are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding, melee or ranged, will continue their cooldown even after they're ready to use. This is called secondary cooldown. Arts used at full secondary cooldown will have greatly increased effects. I knew we shouldn't have taken till night. Well,
Here
whose
we
fault is that?
go.
Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Well,
Okay.
now I'm
Damage.
defending myself.
They're ripping through their health pretty fast.
That's because I leveled up a good deal.
You were fighting giant
Destroyed. Move in
fucking
and
monsters, or
Okay.
they're not really monsters, they're just creatures that you assaulted.
Yep.
Wow! Oh,
I need healing.
I should heal up first.
You're dead,
Who's next? None
and...
dare stand against us.
My turn.
Halogrex?
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain.
Here comes the pain. The pain train.
You know, it's funny, for a second, I thought he said, "Here goes Japan!"
What?
I don't know, it just sounded weird.
How
for a
did you
second
get
there.
that from Here Comes the...
Here comes the pain. Here goes Japan.
Oh no, there goes Tokyo.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly
That's why
either.
we killed them.
I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line.
Kill all of them. Understood.
All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Well, if my memory wants to go on just a walk on the beach or go for a nice run, you know, why does it have to jog?
Almost there. It takes strength.
By the way, I was going to make a point earlier about the fact that the ship says United States, and and even in the Japanese version, the ship comes from the U.S. So, yeah, U.S. voice acting makes sense. If everyone talked like the characters from the first game, it'd be like, what?
They brought back the British voice acting for the
Yep.
new one, though.
Actually, in the new one, a lot of the voice actors are from provinces that have like Scottish accents.
Huh.
And there is some American voice acting in the new one as well.
Thanks.
Oh, hello. You must be the new friend that Colonel Elma mentioned in her report. Having just woken up after all that time, I'm sure you're dying to get home and take a shower. Especially after that. Unfortunately, the west gate is closed at the moment. If you want to enter the city, you need to use the elevator at the top of the stairs. They'll probably open the gate soon, thanks to the great work you guys did in killing the monsters that were causing all that trouble. But until then, you'll have to forgive the inconvenience. Please understand.
Please understand. They keep including nice tributes to. There's supposedly a tribute to Iwata in Ultra Sun and Ultramoon.
Did you know that one of the disguises of the Yiga clan in Breath of the Wild looks like Iwata?
Huh. Loading.
This game really stresses the Wii U.
Huh.
The city looks so majestic at night.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway.
Beach spaceship.
It's a beach whale.
But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
Because New York would sound ridiculous. Who would do that?
Let's order something from Planet Express.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
The prologue, everybody.
Yeah, so basically, the way I'm going to be doing this, every story mission is going to be a whole episode. Most affinity missions will be an entire episode. Some affinity missions might... in some cases, it might be 2 affinity missions an episode, depending. Xenoblade Chronicles X!
Extreme!
Can I have an X2, please? Overwrite previous saved data? Confirm.
That was almost exactly the standard episode length.
By the way, if I load that file, it'll immediately go straight into that cutscene.
So we need to end it here.
Yep. Well, if when we come back to record again, if I say load file, it'll just immediately go back into that cutscene. Uh-huh. So, yeah, we're going to end this here. Thanks for watching Open World Navigametion.
Man, it took forever to come up with that name. All the good ones were taken.
Is that time correct, or is my Wii U off?
Your Wii U is, off by a whole hour.
Oh, daylight savings and all that shit. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. In the upper left-hand corner, there's a subscription button. In the upper right-hand corner, there probably won't be anything for a while because I can't put a playlist in there of just one episode, with this being the only episode.
Yeah.
In the bottom corners, there'll be more playlists. This is going to be a lot like Breath of the Wild, where updates come every so often.
So every so often you'll see an episode, and then it might be a few weeks or something. We'll see.
A few weeks or a month or whatever.
We don't care how long it takes. Bye!